Hi, I'm Jeff Jensen, Director of Community Programs with Trees Forever, and I'd like to invite you to join me for the next couple of minutes to learn more about the Community Visioning Program and how your town can submit an online application. The second half of this video is a tutorial where we will move step by step through the online application process. Let's get started. We'll begin with the communityvisioning.org website found at communityvisioning.org. This is the website for all things community visioning. Let's explore. When you click on the About tab, you will learn how this program empowers positive change by viewing some videos that highlight projects, interns, trails, and partners. Core services provided through Community Visioning include planning, research, education, and facilitation. We are proud of the impacts this program has had over its more than 20-year history, serving hundreds of Iowa towns. Community Visioning is an amazing partnership between Iowa State University, Trees Forever, private landscape architects, and towns just like yours. If we move on from the About section of the web page to the Visioning Communities tab, a map of the state of Iowa is revealed, and the 10 communities currently participating in the program are shown. The Showcase section of the website provides case studies of past communities, as well as features of community projects based on topics like trails and trailheads, streetscapes, community entrances, and more. Looking at the Resources section of the website, this is where communities that are participating in the program can find press release templates for the different meetings that take place, as well as flyer templates for the different outreach events. You can also find past annual reports and various evaluation reports generated through the course of the program. Do you have questions about the program? Perhaps you would simply like to say hello. The Contacts tab is where you can find email addresses and telephone numbers for key personnel that can answer those questions and give you the information you need. Contact Sandy Oberbruckling with Iowa State University Extension or Brad Riphagen with Trees Forever. Now that we have spent some time learning about the Community Visioning program, let's take a look at preparing an application, and then together we can move step by step through the online submission process. We'll begin by clicking the Apply button on the communityvisioning.org website. This will take you to a landing page where we provide instructions on how to prepare a submission for the program. Step 1 is to review the criteria specific to the program. Community Visioning is a transportation planning program. Clicking on the Information for Applicants button opens a PDF document that provides details on what the program is all about, what support is provided, what the community receives as deliverables, and who is eligible to participate. This one-page PDF is a nice document that can be shared with City Council members, mayors, and potential steering committee members. Step 2 in preparing for a Community Visioning online submission is forming a steering committee. We are looking for committed residents who represent a cross-section of the population, including students. Steering committee members will be asked to attend one meeting per month, as well as engage in up to 3 different outreach events with the wider community to solicit feedback for the program. Step 3 of the Community Visioning online submission process is gathering all the information needed for the application. To help with keeping track of what you will need, we have prepared an application checklist that breaks down the various letters of support, commitment letters, and sections of the online application. Once you have your steering committee pulled together and all your supporting documents that will need to be uploaded ready to go, it's time to take the leap and click on that Apply Online button to get started. Hey, wait a minute. I clicked on the Apply Online button and it took me to the Trees Forever landing page for community visioning. What the heck is going on here? Don't panic. You are exactly where you should be. Scroll down and you will see something familiar. The same steps featured on the Community Visioning website are repeated here. This is by design. Looking at step 2, you will see the opportunity to download a fillable PDF that you can download and then use to input the names and contact information for the steering committee members. This document can then be uploaded later on during the online submission process. If you continue scrolling down the page, you will eventually come to the online application where you can begin entering information for your submission. Begin with the date. Then enter a project name. Be sure to include the town name in the project name. We will use Seneca Visioning as our project name. Next, please provide the name of the organization or committee. We will use Seneca Visioning Steering Committee. Please provide the population of your town, as well as the county and city name. Remember, this program is only eligible to towns that are less than 10,000 in population. Finally, please provide the organization or local government entity that is pledging the $2,000. A brief note on that $2,000. This money is intended as seed money for the steering committee so that coming out of this transportation planning process, they have a small pool of dollars they can use to get started on a smaller project or to get the ball rolling on a larger project. The $2,000 is not paid out to anyone. It is not a fee of any kind paid to ISU or Trees Forever. The money does not even need to be segregated. It simply needs to be pledged as part of the application process so that successful communities have the necessary support they need right out of the gate once the planning phase is complete. At this point, you can move on to the next section by clicking Next, or you can save and continue later. In the event you are not fully prepared to move forward, you can click the Save and Continue Later button, and a link will be generated that you can use to come back at a later time and pick up right where you left off. The link is only good for 30 days, so don't dawdle too long. If you want the link emailed to you, that is another option, and by providing your email address, the link will be sent to you that way. The second section of the online submission process asks if your community has worked with any planning, design, or engineering consultants in the last 5 years. If you have done comprehensive planning, had roads or trails engineered, streetscaping, stormwater, flooding, or other surface water issues, or other transportation planning or design services, we want to know. Please provide the name of the consultant in the appropriate box. If you have not had any of those types of consultants work in your community in the last 5 years, simply leave the answers blank. Section 3 of the application asks for a primary contact from the community, as well as a local media contact, and also asks you to upload the information about your steering committee. Our primary contact will be Donald Duck. along with his full contact information. And our local media contact will be Lois Lane, along with her contact information. I downloaded the fillable PDF document found above and filled in my steering committee of 12. The information needed for the fillable PDF is first and last name, occupation, mailing address, email address, and contact telephone number. The steering committee list gets attached and uploaded, and we move on to Section 4 of the online submission. Section 4 is a series of questions to help us better understand your goals and some context around your existing transportation system. The first question asks you to describe your local transportation system. We want to get a sense of your transportation system and how it's used. The second question asks about the enhancements you would like to see made to your transportation system. Finally, we want to know what other benefits or changes might be possible with this program. I'll go ahead and cut and paste some responses I prepared ahead of time for my fictional town of Seneca, just so we can keep on task. There we go. Section 5 is where you will upload the city letter of support, the $2,000 cash commitment letter, other local letters of support, as well as any optional pictures that you might want to include. The letters of support from the city and other local organizations is required, as is the cash commitment letter. However, pictures are optional for the application. A note on the city letter of support. If the city is providing the $2,000 cash for the project, they do not need to send a separate cash commitment letter. The city can simply provide one letter of support that outlines and includes the $2,000 cash commitment. In that scenario, simply upload the same letter of support and cash commitment document in both places that are required. Finally, Section 6 of the online submission process is your digital signature agreeing to the terms and conditions of the program. And hitting the Submit button to make it official. After hitting the Submit Now button, you should receive a message thanking you for submitting your application and letting you know we will be getting in touch with you shortly. You should also receive a confirmation email that tells you the application has been submitted. And there it is. You have successfully applied to the Community Visioning Program. We anticipate notifying selected communities by mid-September to give them time to prepare for the Iowa Living Roadways annual celebration, taking place Thursday, November 7th at the Gateway Conference Center in Ames. We want to see as many steering committee members as possible, so come to learn more about resources for improvements to your town. I'd like to thank you for sticking with me, and I hope this tutorial was helpful and you feel more comfortable with the Community Visioning online submission process. Don't delay. Get to work on pulling together that steering committee, and if you have questions, call Brad Riphagen at 515-370-1291. If you would like to learn more about resources and creative ideas for moving your town forward, consider joining us in November for the Iowa Living Roadways annual celebration, Thursday, November 7th at the Gateway Center in Ames. This free event is often referred to as the Small Towns Conference because it is geared to small towns under 10,000 in size. Does your town have a vision? If not, we can help.